What's happening, people? Welcome back to another video. Now, sorry about the very non-flattering angle I've got going on here, but honestly I'm in such a big hurry right now because I've had a bunch of things arrive and I'm just trying to sort everything out, so just bear with me. But I'll try and take you through it as I go along, so I'll try and snap everything out of the equation as time goes by. Anyway, so you may notice I'm in a very different space right now, and that's because I'm actually over spending the week with my dad, so no wrongdoings there. And I've got a bunch of stuff all over this desk, but this is the point. This desk is actually going to be the base of, it's going to be my base for the next week, so I can pretty much make a lot of videos along here. And well, let me just take you through. So obviously right here we got my computer, like just pretty much my generic everyday computer, nothing new here. But what is new is I'm finally going to be able to get this, I'll be able to get this camera off the table, because I'm actually going to be putting it pretty much on that tripod right over there. Now, I will say the acoustics of this room are not brilliant, so you will hear quite a bit of echoes, and it's definitely very reverberant, so it's a bit annoying, but I had to live with that, so whatever. But apart from that, I can pretty much safely say that I think this is all going to work out just fine, because that tripod is nicely off the table, so like every time I move the table or do anything or shake it, then the camera won't move with it. But at the same time, my power option is pretty limited in this position, and that's because I'm still running off of, so currently with the ADD, I have to use these batteries, which of course is the general everyday like LPE6N batteries that Canon uses, like everything from the 5D Mark IV, the 6D Mark II, the EOS R, but it has a very limited capacity. So I actually went and invested in one of these. This is actually one of those adapters, which is basically a dummy battery, and you basically plug one of these into the side of it, which is right here. And what you do is you just slide it in, you fiddle around with the actual battery compartment on the camera, and you then get basically the amount of power you get from one of these, which this is a MPF 970, and it's one by KYTD, and they're very affordable batteries. And the best thing about them is they've actually got a little mini USB port right there, so you can actually charge this from the wall rather than having to get like a separate charger. However, of course, I had to bring one charger just so that I could like keep myself going. But that's pretty much the basics. But really what's coming is what's in this box, which is literally only just in frame, because it's actually a new video light, and that's going to be going right on that light stand, which is next to the tripod. So if you bear with me for just 1 second, I'll get that thing open, get it set up, and then we'll get things started. Now, to be clear, like this is none of this stuff was sent to me. Like I bought all this stuff myself as per usual. But of course, the investment is hopefully going to be worth it, because the thing is, I've got lights, but the thing is they're small little LED panels, and they do kick out some output. In this box is a Falconized SO48 TD. 48 because it's 48 watts at maximum strength. TD is for tungsten daylight because it's a bi-color light, so it means I can tune it to any situation. So I can always have it as a nice orange light or as a daylight sort of color. And I do apologise if you can hear a bunch of rain outside. It is absolutely peeing it down outside. I think the theory of one size fits all, I don't think that doesn't really come into effect in the real world. So that goes over there. Yeah, so now I've got that light all set up. It's pretty much all ready to go. And now there is a chance I might run this off of mains power, but I also do have the option. Of running it off of the same batteries that I can use, that I actually bought that adapter for. So basically the Sony MPF 970s that I have. So that's all well and good. And it also does run off V-mounts, which I don't actually own any of yet. So yeah, lots of stuff to sort out, and it is an absolute mess in here. So hopefully once I finish this all out, it'll all be looking beautiful. Camera will probably be on there, everything will be set up, but you know, maybe at the end of this I might even just run through it real quick, so who knows, we'll just wait and see how it goes. Alright, so now I've finally got things all set up, pretty much got the light done, and of course it's now hitting me nice and soft. There is still a bit of natural light coming in, I'll be blocking that out anyway. But apart from that, I can pretty much say, you know, the main joint of the operation is pretty much there. All I need to do now is get this camera off this tripod, put it onto this one, right there, make sure that adapter doesn't fall out. Pretty much need to plug this in, put a battery in it, and then I think we're ready to go. And apart from that, I would also say, you know, maybe the odd bits here and there, but I think all in all, I think that's pretty much all good to go. And I like the fact that this light right here is actually being fed just with the mains power, which is what I like. You know, it's definitely a healthy output. It's a very nice, even, like soft light. And if I close the curtains real quick, you see, this is actually the level of light that's coming out of this thing. I can make this even brighter if I want to. In fact, I'm just going to do that real quick. And, ooh, that's full power. And see, it's still not getting too harsh. It's nice and soft. It's casting a nice shadow along everything. And the thing I like about this light is it's bicolor, so I can make it tungsten, or I can make it, you know, I can make it like this, like nice and daylight. So we'll see how it goes. Right, now to get the camera there, onto here, so. And there we go, we are now switched over and everything is pretty much in about the right place. Camera's right there on the tripod. I did have to change the lens twice because I found a 24mm was a bit too zoomed in for my liking. Personally, I do like a slightly more zoomed in shot, but because it's on a crop sensor camera, it zoomed right into my face and I was like, whoa, get away from me. So I decided to abandon that idea, which was a bit of a pain, but still, you have got to work with what you got, you know, work with the space you've got and just make it work for you. And, you know, got the light on over here, it's at 100%, and I did have to scooch it back a little bit. I would have liked it to have been a bit closer, but, you know, again, you've got to work with what you got. And this table is quite a big table, like it's quite long, and it's also quite a bit wide, so not ideal, but, you know, again, just use what you've got and make it work to your advantage. And, you know, I do like the setup I've got right now. Of course, this is only, it's not even semi-permanent. It's literally, it's a temporary setup for the meantime, but it's something that I've always wanted, you know, a setup that I don't have to tear down and constantly build up every single time, because that honestly is the biggest pain in the rear of my life, you know, because as I'm over at my dad, you know, I have my own room and it's nice, it's a bit more spacious. Obviously the one at my mum's, it's a bit too small for me. I can't shoot in my room. I had to use the front room, and that's nice and big and spacious, but of course that's where everyone gathers, so it's not a good idea. But, you know, I have got to work with what I've got to work with. So here we go. So I've got Canon LED right here, battery right up next to it, monitor right down here. I'm technically looking at myself, which is not really any relevance to you guys, but whatever. I've got my key light, the Falcon Eyes SO48TD. I'll leave a link to it actually, because I actually recommend this light now. It's a fantastic light. Obviously I've got my microphone right up here. It's the Synco Mic D2, in case if anyone's wondering, and it is on my boom arm, but I decided, you know what, I think I should put that to good use, because I did this before with my Sweet Patch review. I had the microphone out there, but I only ever used it for one clip, which was for the ASMR for, I think it was for those, it was that moon dust that I tried, or pop rocks, I think it was, and that was disgusting, but still. Okay, so there we go. Now, obviously, the setup may have changed just a tad bit since the last time. Now, obviously, last time I was sat actually more or less like right here, so about, what, an inch? But still, the fact is, I'm now more central to the table, and I've now got a more direct shot on me, because before I had a massive chair right here that needed to be moved because it restricted the amount of space I have, and it was frankly right in my way. It took a little bit of time to do that, but it was done, and heck, I'm much happier now. Never mind, you know, it's definitely something that I can work on. Like, it's sort of, what I'm picturing in my mind is, you know, so really what I'm thinking is a 4 foot by 2 foot table, just like this one. And then hopefully, of course, key light like I'm using right here, so key light right there, just like I'm using right now. rather than just having to use natural light. And then hopefully maybe, of course, you know, I really would like to get like, you know, a slightly bigger room, like without so close of a wall behind me. But, you know, that's just so to give it a slightly better depth of field, you know, just because I'm trying to be a little bit more artistic. And hopefully when the time is right, you know, hopefully it will all come into place. But that's really dependent. So I can't really say much else, but just say that I'm really happy with everything I've done here, you know. Like, obviously, at a moment's notice, I can easily just, you know, I can grab any of my lenses or any extra microphones I might want. You know, I've always got a water nearby. I've always got my gadgets all over the place. You know, it just reminds me that, you know, this is what I've got now. And literally, like, I could not be happier. You know, I'm set up for literally almost any scenario, whether it's to use a microphone like this one up here, or whether it's to attach one to me or to put one on top of the camera. It's very easy. So that's really what I like about this setup, is that I can really make it very modular. And the fact is, as well, is I'm also ready to take this camera away from me. I'm ready to take the best bit about it is I'm able to take this camera off the tripod and take it at a moment's notice, because of course, you know, I've got to shoot outdoors as well. You know, I've been doing plenty of that as of late, and that might be coming in the next video, just a few little montages of things I've been doing outside really. Now it might not look like much, but hopefully we will see. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up. And also, while you're at it, if you want to see more, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. And if you would really like to, you can always hit the bell icon so you won't be missing any videos. Be sure to click down below to find my socials. Make sure you click the channel links in the description so you can find Ryan, Steph, OshHD, all them lot. And apart from all that, you know, take good care guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.